You know how some health advice feels like it's written in stone? Well, what happens when a top scientist takes a hard look at the latest research and completely flips their stance on something as basic as breakfast? So, what could possibly be so groundbreaking that it made her totally change her mind? Let's dive in.
For years, a lot of us have heard this, right? Skip breakfast. It's an easy hack for intermittent fasting, maybe helps you lose a little weight. But the real question is, does this popular habit actually line up with the science of long-term health? And more importantly, what is it doing to our muscles? And this right here is why we're talking about this. This quote is from Dr. Rhonda Patrick. We're talking a brilliant biomedical scientist here. Look, when someone at that level says, hey, you know what, I was wrong about this, it's a massive signal that the science has shifted, and we all need to lean in and listen up. So how did so many of us get off track on this one? Well, it pretty much boils down to a really common but kind of huge misunderstanding. We've been using two very different ideas as if they're the exact same thing. And they're not even close. Okay, so on one side, you've got time-restricted eating. This is a deliberate, intentional strategy. It's all about deciding on a specific window of time each day to eat all your meals. But then on the other side, there's just skipping breakfast. And here's the kicker. A ton of people think they're doing the first one, when really they're just doing the second. And your body, it knows the difference, and the biological consequences are night and day. And this is where the science gets really fascinating. The primary risk of just randomly skipping breakfast isn't what you'd think. It's not about being tired or hangry. It's all about protecting your muscles, which are absolutely critical for a healthy metabolism and aging well. So think about it like this. Your body is brilliant at storing energy, right? It has these big fuel tanks for sugar and fat that it can dip into whenever it needs. But for amino acids, the actual building blocks of protein, there's no storage tank, none. It needs a constant, steady delivery from your diet to repair tissues and just keep everything running. To keep your muscle or, build more, your body is listening to two really clear signals. Signal number one, protein. You have to be eating it. Signal number two, resistance training. You have to actually use your muscles. Put some stress on them to let your body know they're essential. You really, truly need both. One without the other just doesn't work as well. Now, what happens when you wake up already after an 8-hour fast, and then you keep that fast going by skipping breakfast? Well, you deny your body that first crucial protein signal. It starts to get a little desperate and flips into what's called a catabolic state. Think of it like your body's emergency mode, where it starts scavenging its own tissues to get the amino acids it needs. And where's the easiest place to find those amino acids? Yep, your muscle. Your muscle tissue basically becomes an emergency savings account that your body starts raiding. This is why it matters so much. You're not just losing weight on the scale. You're sacrificing the very tissue that keeps your metabolism high and keeps you strong as you get older. Okay, so if just skipping breakfast is the wrong way to go for most of us, what's the right way to get all the amazing benefits of fasting? Well, the solution is all about working with your body's natural rhythms, not fighting against them. This is the perfect illustration of the strategy that science is pointing to, early time-restricted feeding, or ETRF. And notice what's front and center? Breakfast. You break your fast in the morning, fueling your muscles when they need it most. Then you finish your last meal in the early evening, which gives your body a nice, long 12-plus hour window to fast and run all its repair programs. So what's the magic that's happening during that long fasting window? This is the really cool part. When your body finally gets a break from digesting food all the time, it shifts into repair mode. This is when it can focus on deep cleaning, like repairing DNA, and firing up a process called autophagy, which is basically your cell's internal recycling and cleanup crew. Giving your gut that rest is absolutely essential for this. And there's another awesome layer to this. A whole bunch of research shows that our bodies are way more insulin sensitive in the morning. All that really means is that your body is primed and super efficient at using the nutrients from your breakfast to fuel your muscles and brain. If you ate that exact same meal late at night, you'd get a much bigger blood sugar roller coaster. ETRF is just about syncing up with your body's natural, built-in clock. So who needs to be paying the most attention here? Because like with all health advice, one size fits all is never the answer. The best strategy for you really depends on what your goals are and where you're starting from. And for some of us, the stakes are incredibly high. If you're a leaner person just trying to lose those last 10 or 20 pounds, this is critical. Research shows that without enough protein and resistance exercise, a shocking 30% of the weight you lose can come directly from that precious muscle you've worked so hard for. That is a huge hidden cost. So let's break it all down nice and simple. If someone's main goal is significant weight loss because they're dealing with obesity, then sure, skipping a meal can be a simple tool to reduce calories. But for a leaner person, the number one priority has to be preserving muscle. That means protein at every meal, starting with breakfast. And for those of us at a healthy weight whose goal is longevity, early time-restricted feeding is the clear winner. You get all the repair benefits of fasting without your body eating its own muscle. Ultimately, this science forces us to reframe the entire conversation. The goal isn't just to not eat. The goal is to create a dedicated window for your body to repair itself. So the next time you think about fasting, you have to ask yourself this crucial question. Is your strategy actually promoting cellular repair, or are you just starving the very muscles you need to stay strong and healthy for a lifetime?